Hi everybody, this is Marisa Portuondo with Portuondo Law Firm, and I wanted to discuss the subject of legal fees and how to save money on legal fees, since I know that's on the minds of a lot of business owners when they're dealing with attorneys. The number one thing that I would tell most clients in most instances that will help them to save money is to be organized. If you are going to show up at an attorney's office or you're going to email an attorney a large amount of documents, and you provide this in one giant folder and it's a huge mess, that is going to take significantly more time to go through, to interpret, to figure out what's going on. And if you are not on a contingency basis, which most business attorneys do not work on a contingency basis, then you are likely going to be charged more money for the amount of time that it's going to take the attorney or the staff to go through these documents. So what I really recommend to my clients is, pretend almost as if you're going to court and you need to present things in the most organized way possible for the judge to understand. We get that you are in your business and that to you it seems extremely, common sense to look at, the documents that you have and to make sense of them. But remember that we did not go through the dispute the way that you did. We have not existed in your office every single day. We have not been a part of the communications that you've had with the other side if this is, a matter of a dispute. And so the more organized and the more clear you make things, the much easier it will be for the attorney and the much quicker things will get done. So this isn't just about saving money, it's also about saving time. Now, what I personally find is extremely helpful as an attorney is a timeline. So if there's a chronology of events and the longer the dispute or the timeline leading up to the dispute is, then the more important this part of you getting things done is. And so, for example, you want to start at the beginning. Obviously, you don't want to tell us, the entire life story of the relationship or of your business, but, the pertinent parts. And so if there are documents that are related to that timeline, you can reference the documents in that timeline. So for example, if you say something like, on this date, I met this person, and then afterwards I emailed him and, we talked about this and he agreed to XYZ. Now, if the attorney has to go digging through 200 emails to find that email, that's a huge waste of time and money for you, right? So what you want to do is you want to say after that, sentence, for example, see, document 1. And document 1 will have a little sticky on it, or however you want to mark it, with the number 1 on it. If you do this, if you take a little bit of time and you do that part for the attorney, you're going to save yourself a ton of money and you're going to make things move a lot more smoothly and a lot more quickly. So people like to ask me all the time if, the first step is, I need a demand letter. How much is that going to cost? Writing the demand letter is usually not the most difficult part of a demand letter. It's gathering all the information and going through all of it. So just something to think about. Another difficult task that attorneys often have to, deal with is emails get crazy, right? So sometimes you'll have a string of emails that is, 26 emails long, 52 emails long, whatever it is. And rather than just give us the string one time so that we can read it all at once, you'll print, the first email and then the email and the response and then the email and the response to that. So rather than have, let's say there's 10 emails, you'll have 10 printouts. Just give us the one printout with all 10 emails so we can read them all at once. That I find is so confusing when you get these emails back and forth and you have multiple strings of the same email. It becomes really, really difficult for the person who, again, isn't involved in this from the beginning to make sense of it. So these are just some tips on, how to save time and money. I understand that as business owners, you are busy and this can seem like, kind of an annoying task, but most business owners I know would rather do it themselves than pay someone to do it for them. If you are in the situation where you can afford to have someone do it, or you just don't have the time, then it's great. We will happily do that, for you. But again, I know it's a common, concern for business owners. And so, this is a tip. And I hope you take it into consideration if you ever need to hire us or any other attorney to help you out with something. All right. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.